Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Hearthstone Grandmasters Season 1 Week 7 games were played over the weekend and we have only 1 week left of the round-robin games. The meta for the weekend looked like this, so Warrior, 18 Warriors, 13 Mages, 12 Rogues. Very heavy on these 3 classes. A couple of Hunters, a single Druid and a single Priest, which has got to be a mistake. Right. Looking at the archetype spread, Bomb Warrior, Cyclone Mage, Shark Rogue, 4 Control Warriors. Control Warrior was new this week. It had not been shown in recent weeks, although it has had great performances on the ladder. Midrange Hunters, Token Druid and Nomi Priest. And as for the performance, Control Warrior was the class of the week. 14 game wins, 7 game losses, 67% win rate. Just stunning performance. Bomb Warrior came in second, 27-21, then Shark Rogue near 50%, Token Druid hit exactly 50%, Midrange Hunter was a little bit below, Cyclone Mage once again back down to the 40s, and unexpectedly Nomi Priest unable to win a single game. So overall the same trio continues. Bomb Warrior beats Shark Rogue, Cyclone Mage beats Bomb Warrior, and Shark Rogue beats Cyclone Mage. That's the usual trio. This week we had the addition of Nomi Priest that loses to everything and Control Warrior that was just beating everything left and right. However, Warrior is possible to target, especially with some greedier, more value-oriented builds, so it will be interesting to see if this causes any sort of meta shift for the Grandmasters for the final week. But the real interesting part is the standings. We have 6 divisions. 3 players from each division are going to go to the playoffs, that's 18 players going to the playoffs, and we have only 6 players who have secured their playoff spot so far. Starting with America's Division A, Frozen and Eddie have secured their playoff spots, but there's a lot of battle going on for the 3rd playoff spot. In fact, looking at the final matchups and who's playing who, it's possible that there's going to be a 5-way tie between PNC, Strifecrow, Amnesiac, Muzzy and Bloodyface at 6 wins. And what's even more interesting about that one is that if there's a 5-way tie, then Bloodyface is actually in a great position because Bloodyface has won Frozen. And because he has won the leader, that means that Bloodyface has some great tiebreakers. So if it all lines up so that there's going to be a 5-way tie at 6 wins, Bloodyface still actually has a chance to make it through. Overall, the tiebreakers work so that the TB1, the tiebreaker 1, is simply the head-to-head score. And that's only used when 2 players are tied. So if 2 players are tied at the same number of wins, then the one who has won both of their mutual matches is going to be the winner. If they have split those mutuals 1 apiece, then we go to tiebreaker 2. And also if there's multiple people at the same number of wins, we go to tiebreaker 2. And tiebreaker 2 is the sum of wins of all the opponents that the player has won during the season. And here, because Bloodyface has that win over Frozen, that means that Bloodyface is in such a great position. In Division B, Dog and Monsanto have secured their spot in the playoffs. And the last week, there's going to be a big game in the last week, because Raze and Purple are going to play against each other. Raze has already beaten Purple once, so if Raze beats Purple again, then Raze is guaranteed to get that 3rd place finish. Purple has to win. And if Purple wins, but Purple loses the other game that he plays, and Raze wins the other game that he plays, so that they are at the same scoreline again, then it's going to go to the comparison of the 2nd tiebreaker. And currently it looks good for Raze. But the 2nd tiebreaker is a little bit fickle because it's going to change depending on the results of everyone these 2 players have won against during the season. So there might be some ways for Purple to still catch up. As for Asia Pacific Division A, no one is safe. Absolutely no one. In fact, it's even possible that there can be a 5-way tie at 8 wins and 3 of those 5 players would proceed to the playoffs. Because Alutemu, Surrender, Frosty, Flurry and Rivius can all arrive at 8 wins simultaneously. Or alternatively, should Alutemu and Surrender keep winning, then that 3rd place is heavily contested. Only Cheonsu is out of the competition. In Asia Pacific Division B, Shaxi has guaranteed his playoff spot. But the other two spots, they are heavily contested, and it's even possible that there could be a four-way tie between Glory, Dawn, Tyler and Blood Trail. So there's a lot of Hearthstone to be played for those two playoff spots. In Europe the competition is also harsh. In Division A, Fenomeno has guaranteed his playoff spot, but the others are all up in the air. It's possible that there can be a three-way tie between Colento, Bunnyhopper and Viper, and given that Bunnyhopper has an edge over Viper in their head-to-head tiebreaker, but if there's a three-way tie, then the head-to-head is ignored. That sort of scenario could suit Viper very well. There can also be a three-way tie between Bunnyhopper, Viper and Boston for the third spot. Although Boston's tiebreakers are so weak that it looks like then it's going to be between Bunnyhopper and Viper, but Boston coming to tie Bunnyhopper and Viper in wins might also mean that Bunnyhopper and Viper could switch places, even though Bunnyhopper won the head-to-heads. So lots of intriguing games coming. And finally, the biggest mess of them all, which is Europe Division B. No one is safe, and mind just boggles, because everyone except for Pavel still has a shot. It's possible that there's a five-way tie at 8 wins with Hunter-Ace, Seiko, Orange, Radu and Casey. And it's also possible that Hunter-Ace and Seiko keep winning and there's going to be a five-way tie at 7 wins between Orange, Radu, Casey, Switch and Jala. The remaining schedule opens up these opportunities. So the last week of Grandmasters, it's going to be lit. There's going to be so many meaningful games played. It can be a little bit difficult to make sense of what exactly is the proper result though, because there are so many scenarios where multiple players are going to be tied with wins. And then we go to this second tiebreaker, and that's going to change depending on all the games that are going to be played in the round. Because the games of every player who has been defeated by those players who are tied is going to affect their tiebreakers. But as always, it's better to just win more so that you don't have to go to tiebreakers. This week we're going to see who's able to do that.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.